Children, good morning all of you. In Geography chapter 6, Industries, comparative case studies is going on, and here so far we have studied about the iron and steel industry. We have taken two cases, one from India and one from USA. That is Pittsburgh Iron and Steel Industries. What are the similarities between the iron and steel industries and in the iron and steel industries at Pittsburgh in the USA? First thing, what is very common, that's a heavy and bulky industry, that's a key industry, that's a basic industry. That is for both of the countries, both of the continents. For India and for Pittsburgh, both the situations are the same. There also that is the key industry, basic industry, heavy industry, and whatever is required for that here in India, that is required there in Pittsburgh in the USA. What is the similarity? The place is only 32 kilometers away from the Kalmati railway station on the Bengal-Nagpur railway line. The place is just 75 kilometers away from Jamshedpur in Odisha. The iron ore what comes from Singhbhum and the Mayurbhanj mines in Odisha, that is just 75 kilometers away from that. And there, the Pittsburgh, the place is 1500 kilometers away from where it gets the iron ore. Coal, that is used as a fuel in those furnaces, that is gained from the nearby locations. The coal comes from Jharia and Raniganj coal fields, what are about 180 kilometers away from this. And there, in Pittsburgh, the coal is available in the Alphachian coal mines, Alphachian coal fields. Both the places are having very good network of waterways, roadways and railways. Now we are to start the cotton industries, cotton textile industries. That is not a new industry here in India, that is an age-old industry. The term textile, that is derived from the Latin word textia, which means to weave. Weaving cloth from various fibers such as cotton, jute, silk, wool is a very ancient art. The textile industry can be grouped on the basis of the raw materials they use, which could be the natural or man-made. The natural fibers are wool, silk, jute, cotton, nylon, while the man-made fibers are nylon, rayon, acrylic and polyester. And one more thing, children, in the natural fibers I told you that nylon, not nylon, that is linen. That is linen. What are the natural fibers? They are wool, silk, cotton, jute and linen. or linen, whatever we say it. The cotton industry is one of the oldest industries of the world. India is and was well known for its industries. Obviously, that is the textile industry and especially cotton textile industry. The Muslim of Dhaka, Sindh of Masulipatam or Machulipatnam, whatever, the Muslim from Dhaka and Sindh from Masulipatam, and Calicos of Surat and Gujarat, Vadodara are known worldwide. And in the earlier chapter we have studied that before the Industrial Revolution, cloth was spun by hand on spinning wheels and on looms. Till the middle of the 18th century, Indian textile ranked in the foreign markets. The Indian textile was very much in demand in the foreign markets. However, with the Industrial Revolution in Europe, production of bulk material with power looms started, which resulted in a decline in the Indian textile industry. It was only after the grant of protection and Swadeshi movement that the Indian cotton industry began to make rapid growth to become the largest single industry. More than 15 million people depend on this industry, directly or indirectly, whatever the ways. Over time, India has become the largest producer of cotton textile in the world. So, it is the background of the Indian cotton textile industry. Not in the ancient time, but in the present time also, the Indian cotton textile is in demand. Formerly, Muslim from Dhaka, Saints from Machilipatnam and Calico of Surat and Vadodara were known worldwide until the mid-18th century. It ran in all over the world in the European markets. With the Industrial Revolution, when the British people or the English people started mass production on the power looms, at that time the Indian textile industry saw a decline. But again, there was a momentum in the production at the time of nationalist movement or the national movement, especially at the time of Swadeshi movement. It saw the rapid stride to become the largest single industry, and more than 15 million people are dependent upon that. Over time, India has become the largest producer of cotton textile in the world. Initially, cotton textile industry was set up in Maharashtra. Mumbai was the largest center. It had favorable factors like warm, moist climate, ports for importing and exporting materials, easy availability of the raw material, like that region is having black soil or the cotton soil, what is very best for the cotton production. So, availability of the raw material is locally available there. And one more thing, that is the skilled labor is also found in that region, which helped in the development of the cotton textile industry, especially in the Maharashtra region or in the south region. Later, the cotton textile industry was developed in Ahmedabad, Gujarat. It soon became the largest cotton textile manufacturing center in Gujarat. Some other centers of the cotton industry are Coimbatore, Kolkata, Kanpur, Ludhiana, Chennai and Panipat. Today, India, China, Japan, USA are important producers of textile. Ahmedabad, Gujarat in India. Ahmedabad city is located in Gujarat on the banks of Sabarmati river, and it is the heart of the cotton growing region. The first mill was established in 1859. It has become the second largest textile city of India after Mumbai. It is often referred to as the Manchester of India. Why Manchester of India? Because Manchester was the largest textile producer, cotton textile producer in Europe. Locational advantages for Ahmedabad. Its strategic location is favorable for the development of the textile industry. Other factors what include the availability of raw material from the cotton growing areas of Maharashtra and Gujarat. From both the region, Maharashtra and Gujarat, raw cotton is grown, and that is catering the raw materials requirement for this industry. The other thing is humid climate, which is ideal for spinning of yarn. Cheap hydroelectricity and soft water for dyeing and bleaching is easily available. Water is required for both bleaching and dyeing, and that is available there through the rivers. Skilled and unskilled labor is available from the densely populated states of Gujarat and Maharashtra. All the states are very densely populated states, and there both kind of labor is available. Ahmedabad is not far from ports, that is having the port facilities of Mumbai and Kandla. The city is also connected by road and rail to the rest of the country. It has its connectivity with the rest of the country. It has the port facilities in Gujarat, the Kandla port and the Surat port. It's providing its port facilities, and the Mumbai port in Maharashtra. There are over 72 cotton mills in Ahmedabad, although they are smaller in size than the mills in Mumbai. What the mills are in Mumbai, they are larger than that of the Surat or Gujarat mills. Ahmedabad is situated on the banks of the Sabarmati river, which provides sufficient water. The flat terrain and the availability of land are suitable for the establishment of mills. Besides, India, being a tropical country, is a large market for the finished goods produced here. Tropical country means a country what is having hot conditions, summer conditions, and for that people will be requiring the cotton textile. to be put on. So it has the largest market over here in India, in the nearby location. It could be sold in India itself. India is a tropical country and that is a large market for the finished goods produced here, whether that is here in Gujarat or in Mumbai. Capital is available from various financial institutions and the public sector banks in Ahmedabad, because as it is the capital of Gujarat, Ahmedabad, besides being a hub of cotton textile industry, that is the capital of Gujarat, and besides receiving the financial aid from the public sector institutions or public sector banks of Gujarat, it receives financial and commercial aid from Mumbai. What is the financial and the commercial center of our country? So children, what are the location advantages of this region, Gujarat region? It is having the availability of the raw material from the cotton growing areas of Gujarat and Maharashtra. The humid climate is very favorable and ideal for spinning of the yarn. Cheap hydroelectricity and soft water for dyeing and coloring and bleaching is very easily available here. The skilled and the unskilled labor, whatever is required for this industry, it gets from the densely populated regions of Gujarat and Maharashtra. Ahmedabad is not a very far from the port region. It gets the port facility from from Mumbai and Kanpur. The city is also connected by road and railway. There are over 72 cotton millions. There are over 72 cotton mills in Ahmedabad. Though those mills are smaller units than that of the Maharashtra's. Ahmedabad is situated on the banks of the river Sabarmati, which receives sufficient water supply from this river. The flat terrain and the availability of the land are suitable, and most important, the financial and the commercial aid what it requires, that get from the public sector banks of Gujarat, Ahmedabad and as well as from Mumbai. Now we should switch over to the same industry, the cotton textile industry of Osaka, that is in Japan. Osaka is an important textile center of Japan and is known as the Manchester of Japan. Like that is with Mumbai. Mumbai is known as the Manchester of India. The same Japan is considered as the Manchester of Japan. Osaka. Osaka is considered Osaka is considered as the Manchester of Japan. Why? Because of being the very important center of cotton textile. The textile industry is developed here due to several geographical conditions. What geographical conditions are there? Osaka is situated on the Nobi Plain, which is a very highly industrialized area. So many industries are there. Japan has very little flat land. So the industries are set up along small coastal plains. Textile industry completely depends upon the imported raw materials. Most of the raw material is imported from Egypt, India, China and US. Coastal location helps in importing raw materials and exporting the finished goods, finished textile. Finished goods have a very good market due to good quality and low price. River Yodo, River Yodo provides water for the mills, and coal burning power stations provide adequate power to this region, to these industries. Besides, the warm and humid climate along the coast is very well suited for spinning and weaving. Labor is easily available here. Hydroelectric power is obtained from streams that flow from the mountains around Osaka. Technologically advanced machineries and efficient organization make the industry profitable. Though the textile industry is important here, the iron and steel, machinery, shipbuilding, automobiles and cement industries are gaining more importance. So children, what are the locational advantages of Osaka? What it is having? The geographical conditions here are very suitable for cotton textile industry. The produced cotton is of very good quality and of low prices that creates a market, a good market. It is having very little plains. Whatever the plains are there, these are the coastal plains. So Osaka is situated on the Nobi Plain, which is a very highly industrialized area. Japan has very little flat land, so the industries are set up along small coastal plains. Textile industries completely depends upon imported raw materials. There is very little raw material is grown in that country itself. Most of the raw material is imported from USA, China, India, Egypt. Coastal location helps in importing raw materials as well as exporting the finished goods, finished materials. River Yodo provides water for the mills, and coal burning power stations provide power supply to this industrial region or these industries. The warm humid climate along with the coastal plain provided suitable conditions for spinning and weaving of the yarn. Labor is easily available in that region because of being densely populated. Hydroelectric power is also obtained from the streams that flow from the mountains around that Nobi Plain, around that Osaka region. Technologically advanced machineries and efficient organizations make the industry profitable. How advanced Japan is in terms of technology, we all know that. The textile industry is very important here But besides it, iron and steel industry, machinery, shipbuilding, cement industry are also getting much importance here. Now, information technology. What is information technology? What is very common nowadays? IT, IT sector. IT sector industry is information technology industry. The major hubs of the IT industry in the world are the Silicon Valley in California and Bangalore in India. Today, this industry has become global as it deals with the storage, processing and distribution of the information worldwide. High technology industries group together to make advantage of the informations, research and knowledge what they can exchange. They take advantage of the infrastructures that metropolitan centers and they offer that market skilled workforce, attractive and clean environment, plenty of space for development in future, excellent communication and excellent communication within the city as well as the internationally. Many IT jobs in the USA and other European countries are being outsourced to countries like India, China, Taiwan and Philippines, where skilled and top management talent is available at much cheaper rate. In India, information technology hubs are being developed in New Delhi, Hyderabad and Chennai. So children, what is the most important information technology hub? That is Silicon Valley in the USA and Bangalore in India. The industry has become global nowadays on the basis of the storage, processing and distribution of information worldwide, what it provides. The high technology industries are grouped together to get advantage of the information, knowledge, research of the information what they can exchange among themselves. They take the advantage of the infrastructure that metropolitan centers offer, markets, skilled labor and clean environment, hygienic conditions, proper sanitation, all that thing, plenty of space of future expansion, excellent communication skills or communication facilities within the city as well as internationally. Many IT jobs in the USA and other European countries are being outsourced to countries like India, China, Taiwan and Philippines, where skilled and top management talent is available at much cheaper rate. Those countries are those what are having very dense population with human resource that is skilled. So they cater then the management and the skilled labor requirement. In India, information technology is restricted to the Bangalore region in Karnataka, Bangalore region in India. The information technology hubs are being developed in Mumbai, New Delhi, Hyderabad and Chennai. Nowadays, that is spreading throughout the country. In south and in north, in south, Mumbai, Hyderabad, in north, Delhi, Haryana, Punjab, are those centers what are known for information technology. And now children, I think we should drop this chapter over here and we shall proceed the chapter with the Silicon Valley in the USA in the next video or in the next lecture. By the time you stay home, stay safe. May God bless you. Thank you all. Have a good day.